Today, I'm going to talk a little bit about the Comtronics ProCom flight helmet, why I chose the Comtronics ProCom flight helmet, and why I chose to fly with a flight helmet at all. Stay tuned.
Aviation, the way it was meant to be.
I'm going to start here and just talk a little bit about why I chose the Comtronics ProCom flight helmet. Really what first steered me in the direction of Comtronics was price. I wanted to get a helmet that was affordable, something that I could use, that was functional, and wasn't a 4-digit price tag. One of the things I wanted to avoid in a flight helmet was the need to purchase a new headset. I have a set of Bose headsets. I love the noise canceling. I didn't want to have to purchase a second headset that was dedicated to the helmet. And that's where Comtronics really started standing out. The Comtronics flight helmet allows you to use your existing headset, and they claim any general aviation headset will work, and I believe it. I've used it with Bose and I've used it with Davy Clark's. A little bit about this, it goes over the headset when you put the helmet on. So you put your headset on, and then the helmet itself just goes over the top of the headset.
See how quickly this goes on and how easily it goes on. Pretty quick.
There's a space in the top that allows the headset to sit in there comfortably and move around well. It's innovative and really allows you to have a headset that, or allows you to have a helmet and not have to worry about dedicating a headset to it. The fit and finish of this helmet is fantastic. It looks like a professionally made helmet, and it is. This helmet is made by HJC. They produce helmets for race cars, they produce helmets for motorcycle racing, and it shows in this. It's a very durable, rugged helmet. All right, so we have the D-rings here and a chin strap. The chin strap has a lot of padding for comfort, and the D-rings allow for the helmet to be securely well to your head, securely to your head. It stays in place very nicely. On the front here, we've got vents that open and close. They look like they'd work really well on a motorcycle. I'm not so sure in the still air of a aircraft they're going to help much, but I'll keep them open. Now, I've spent a little time in the airplane with it.
Comfy. It's on. I got a little bit of headroom. I don't think I'm going to bump into anything or bump the ceiling while I'm flying. Let's go ahead and taxi out and see how it flies. Alright, on taxi out so far, I don't notice anything. It doesn't disturb my peripherals or my vision at all. It seems to be unobtrusive. A little heavy, not too heavy, but I can feel that there's something large on my head. But unbelievably, like I say, nothing in the peripherals. I can see that little visor up front, but it doesn't bother me. I did open up the air vents. I don't know why. Maybe some air circulation so my head doesn't sweat. But it doesn't feel hot, and it's definitely cooler. I mean, it's definitely quieter in here. So I'll go up there and take a look at it.
Okay, Troy traffic, Stinson rolling, runway 28, open Troy, northbound.
Alright, about 10 minutes into the flight here, and well, I can't complain yet. The only thing I can say is I have to turn my intercom volume down a little bit because it's so much quieter in here. There were a few bumps coming out of Troy. I didn't pick up on any issues with bouncing and hitting my head, though. It doesn't feel like there's a lot of room there. 30 minutes into the flight now. Nothing that's making me want to tear it off. Beside the fact that I just have a helmet on. But it's definitely quieter and it's not heavy. helmet.
If you like this stuff, give me a thumbs up. Please leave a comment below on your thoughts on flight helmets and what flight helmets you've used. Some of the pros I find about the Comtronics ProCom flight helmet is, number one, it's a great price. At under $300, it allowed me to get a helmet for my aircraft, and it was less than filling my airplane up with fuel. It was easy to use. I didn't have to attach headsets to it. I didn't have to purchase another headset. Came in the box, took it out. 10 minutes later, I was flying with the helmet on. I have found it to be comfortable. I was wondering if I would avoid using the helmet because of comfort, and that hasn't been the case. As a matter of fact, in the wintertime, I've used the helmet extensively because it's a hat. It's helped keep me warm. So when I've been flying off the lakes and I've been flying when my feet are freezing, my head is warm. So I've enjoyed that. Something I like about it is that it was built by a time-proven helmet maker. HJC has been in business since 1971. It's as old as me. The helmet is about as protective as you can get for a flight helmet. The helmet itself looks nice. It was shiny. It's gonna hold up over time. I like that. It also doesn't add any visibility issues. It's cut away in a fashion that I don't lose any peripheral vision, and when I'm wearing it, I can't see that I'm wearing the helmet. And then of course it adds protection while you're flying the airplane. Some of the cons, I don't think it's exactly stylish. It's a pretty big looking helmet. It also came with a big HJC on the front of it. I have upgraded it to 906 to show my heritage. While the helmet is comfortable and at 2.5 pounds isn't heavy, it's not exactly light either. There is some weight to it. In the design itself, I have found the straps can get in the way of the microphone boom using the Bose headset. The David Clark wasn't as bad. The other thing is in the build quality. The visor on mine doesn't like to stay in place very well. The visor likes to only have 2 snaps, and the third one likes to pop out. It hasn't caused a problem, but it was odd for the fit and finish. I think it's a visor issue. I haven't called to complain about it, so I'm sure if I called, they'd send me a new one, and it would fit just fine. I intend on getting the full face shield for it, a smoked face shield, so I don't have to wear sunglasses in the summer. Now, on the videos where I've been using this flight helmet, I've noticed some people asking why I'm wearing a helmet. Some people are even poking me a little bit, chiding me for wearing the helmet. The main reason I got this helmet was I was going to Arkansas last fall. It didn't work out. One of the rules at Arkansas is that you must wear a flight helmet. That's when I started looking for an aviation flight helmet. I also noticed that National STOL competition and many of the other STOL competitions highly recommend the use of a flight helmet. So it made sense to purchase a flight helmet, so if I go to these events, I can participate in them. Why do these STOL competitions require flight helmets? Studies have shown that skull fractures and facial fractures are a huge part of aviation fatalities, the blunt force trauma. Most of these accidents that we have in these STOL competitions, by definition, are at slower speeds. We're flying slow, we're flying low. Most of them are under 100 miles an hour. And the use of head protection would help in brain damage, it would help in survivability. So wearing a helmet makes sense. As I started wearing a flight helmet, just like shoulder harnesses, it started to feel more comfortable when I was flying. You do feel that extra safety. You do feel a little more secure. There was some studies done years ago in Canada about backcountry flying and the rate of accidents that would have been survivable had a helmet been worn. And they found that 50% of fatal accidents would have been prevented if a flight helmet was in place. So the reason I got the flight helmet was for the STOL contest, but as I wear the helmet, I find myself wanting to wear it some more. So you guys can make fun of me all you want. I like it. Plus, it really helps keep my head warm in the wintertime.
Is it fashionable?